1. When designing an HBS entrance test prep curriculum, which instructional approach best aligns with adult learning principles? A. Long lectures without interaction. B. Real exam style problems with immediate feedback. C. Memorization of unrelated academic facts. D. Instructor centered monologues. 2. A mentor supporting a parent preparing their child for HBS should prioritize dictating a fixed study plan with no flexibility. B. Encouraging reflective evaluation of learning strategies. C. Limiting communication to prevent confusion. D. Avoiding discussion of performance data. 3. To evaluate readiness for HBS verbal reasoning content, the most appropriate assessment type is A. Oral presentations. B. Standardized mock tests with timed sections. C. Creative writing tasks. D. Ungraded group discussions. 4. When constructing a math reasoning curriculum for HBS preparation, the first step is to A. Create the final exam. B. Conduct a task analysis of required skills. C. Select student textbooks. D. Arrange desks and classroom layout. 5. For adult learners supporting HBS candidates, the most effective motivational strategy is A. Abstract theory lectures. B. Clear, goal-oriented practice activities. C. Confusing, complex instruction. D. Unrelated problem sets. 6. A tutor designs a diagnostic test for HBS. To ensure validity, the items should A. Be unrelated to the actual exam format. B. Reflect measured reasoning skills required by HBS. C. Focus only on memorization. D. Include opinion-based questions. 7. When mentoring new tutors preparing HBS candidates, the best practice is to A. Avoid feedback. B. Provide structured, actionable guidance. C. Allow them to work independently without oversight. D. Only review their performance annually. 8. Which communication method best supports parents preparing for HBS admissions? A. Using overly technical terminology. B. Clear, concise explanations with examples. C. Rapid-fire instructions. D. Minimal communication. 9. For effective HBS mock examination administration, the most critical compliance requirement is A. Personal preference of the instructor. B. Ensuring standardized timing and instructions. C. Using as many different formats as possible. D. No alignment with actual exam structure. 10. When teaching numerical reasoning for HBS, the most effective strategy is A. Focusing on memorizing math definitions. B. Applying reasoning skills through problem-based tasks. C. Teaching only textbook examples. D. Avoiding real-life problem contexts. 11. A tutor wants to improve a learner's retention of HBS vocabulary. The best method is A. Passive reading. B. Active spaced repetition practice. C. Single-time quizzes. D. Long, unstructured study sessions. 12. A parent misunderstands key HBS exam instructions. The best communication response is to repeat the same instruction more loudly. B. Provide a simplified and structured explanation. C. Tell them to review instructions independently. D. Avoid clarifying to prevent dependency. 13. When creating practice materials for HBS comprehension tasks, the most essential element is A. Extremely outdated reading texts. B. Current and age-appropriate complex passages. C. Irrelevant short stories. D. Randomly selected paragraphs. 14. To evaluate a learner's improvement in HBS reasoning skills, the most effective tool is A. Satisfaction survey. B. A performance-tracked series of mock exams. C. A single worksheet. D. A participation log. 15. When developing an HBS prep workshop, the most appropriate sequencing is A. Starting with the most complex tasks. Teaching foundational concepts first. C. Sequencing topics alphabetically. D. Following no clear order. 16. A tutor teaching pattern recognition should emphasize A. Memorizing every type of pattern. B. Identifying reasoning steps behind each pattern. C. Avoiding practice questions. D. Focusing only on time drills. 17. When parents report anxiety regarding the HBS process, the tutor should A. Provide reassurance with clear expectations. Tell them anxiety is unnecessary. C. Ignore emotional concerns. D. Recommend reducing preparation. 18. Effective HBS preparation for sustained improvement requires A. Random practice. B. Structured progression with performance benchmarks. C. Only end-of-course testing. D. No evaluation. 19. For compliance with ethical tutoring practices, a tutor should A. Guarantee admission. B. Provide honest, realistic progress updates. C. Withhold performance results. D. Offer test answers. 20. A learner struggles with timing on HBS mock tests. The best intervention is A. Extending test time indefinitely. B. Teaching time strategy techniques. C. Ignoring the issue. D. Removing time limits permanently. 21. When designing HBS curriculum materials, the most critical requirement is A. Aesthetic appearance. B. Alignment with tested competencies. C. Personal preference of the tutor. D. Excessive content repetition. 22. To enhance self-directed learning for HBS preparation, tutors should A. Assign rigid instructor-led lessons only. B. Teach goal setting and study planning. C. Discourage independent learning. D. Provide the answers up front. 23. When creating evaluation rubrics for HBS writing tasks, the most important dimension is A. Penmanship quality. B. Clarity, coherence, and reasoning quality. C. Word count alone. D. Color of the paper. 24. A new tutor struggles with explaining complex verbal reasoning items. The best mentoring method is A. Model the explanation and provide feedback. B. Let them continue without intervention. C. Provide written manuals only. D. Avoid answering their questions. 25. HBS curriculum development should include which element to ensure fairness? A. Access to structured, level-appropriate materials. B. Exclusive materials for a select few. C. Inconsistent difficulty levels. D. Unpredictable content. 26. When evaluating comprehension skills, the strongest indicator of readiness is A. Guessing accuracy. B. Evidence-based justification for answers. C. Reading aloud fluently. D. Word memorization. 27. The most effective way to teach advanced vocabulary for HBS is A. Dictionary copying. B. Context-rich sentence usage. C. Testing without teaching. D. Memorizing alphabetical lists. 28. A tutor wants to ensure long-term mastery of mathematics for HBS. The best method is A. Repeated drill practice alone. B. Interleaving topics with conceptual connections. C. Teaching only after school. D. Avoiding topic review. 29. Parents request a progress update. The most professional communication approach is A. Provide data-driven results with clear next steps. B. Give vague praise without details. C. Delay communication. D. Respond emotionally. 30. When mentoring junior instructors for HBS programs, the most important competency to develop is A. Personal preference for teaching style. B. Ability to differentiate instruction by learner needs. C. Speed of instruction. D. Avoidance of feedback. 31. Cognitive load in HBS preparation can be reduced by A. Presenting all concepts at once. B. Breaking tasks into manageable steps. C. Increasing worksheet length. D. Using complex jargon. 32. The most reliable method for tracking growth in verbal reasoning is A. Comparing random homework samples. B. Longitudinal assessment through consistent mock exams. C. A single short quiz. D. Attendance records. 33. When preparing students for the HBS interview stage, the best training method is A. Reading interview theory only. B. Role play with structured feedback. C. Allowing unstructured discussions. D. Memorizing scripted answers. 34. When designing targeted interventions for learners struggling with HBS nonverbal reasoning, the most effective instructional strategy is A. Providing unrelated worksheets. B. Breaking patterns into step-by-step visual components. C. Increasing test difficulty without support. D. Avoiding visual aids. 35. To enhance parental understanding of HBS scoring reports, the tutor should A. Provide raw scores only. B. Use visual charts with clear explanations of growth. C. Give lengthy theoretical descriptions. D. Avoid discussing performance details. 36. A junior tutor delivers inconsistent HBS practice test instructions. The best corrective mentoring action is A. Publicly correcting them in front of learners. B. Providing a standard script and modeling proper delivery. C. Ignoring the inconsistency. D. Allowing tutors to create their own versions of all instructions. 37. When planning a peer mentoring program for HBS prep tutors, the most effective approach is A. Assigning mentors randomly without guidance. B. Pairing experienced tutors with new tutors and providing structured feedback sessions. C. Allowing mentoring to occur informally with no objectives. D. Rotating mentors weekly without review.